So I think you'll probably agree with me that there are different levels of friends, right? There's friends that you'll accept onto your Facebook roster. There's friends that you'll invite to your party. There's friends that you'll call at 3 in the morning. And then there's those friends that are really like family, like sisters. You'll fight, you'll make up, you'll fight again, and they'll still be your friend. During college, at the end of my study abroad time in Dublin, my friend Libby came out to visit me, and we planned 10 days of traveling in Europe. At the end of the 10 days, we decided to do a day in Paris, and by the time we got there, we were basically out of money. And I was in denial about that. I was refusing to look at my bank account because I knew it would say that it was overdrafted. I still don't like when my bank emails me saying your bank statement is available. Why would I want to look at that? It's like on Facebook, that sidebar that pops up, people you may know, and it's always your ex-boyfriend. Fail, Mark Zuckerberg, fail. So anyway, Libby and I, we had our day planned. We didn't have our day planned. What we had was our hostel booked. We didn't have any money. We didn't have a map. We thought, you know what? We'll leave our suitcases in the lobby of the hostel, and we can't afford to buy a map. We'll just walk. I'm sure we'll go in the direction of the Eiffel Tower. I'm sure that we will run into it. Okay. And I decided for our day-long walk to wear these new shoes that I had got. They were cheap, fake leather, basically plastic, white ballet flats. I thought these are Parisian, these are appropriate. So we started off, no map, no money, in my new shoes. We tried to go into these stores to look at the maps to figure out if we can identify where we are and where we're going from there, but we don't understand any French. We can't figure out what the maps say. We don't know where we are. We are very lost. My new shoes are starting to cut into the back of my feet, and I'm bleeding all over the sidewalks of Paris like a crime scene. We can't find anywhere to buy Band-Aids. I have to fold the back of the shoes down and step on them, and I'm shuffling, and it's slowing us down considerably, which is making Libby really angry. We don't really know any French. So in all of our business transactions, I'm trying to be culturally appropriate and use maybe 1 or 2 French words that I try to bring up from my brain, but my brain knows a little bit of high school Spanish. So my brain goes into second language mode. Accidentally, I keep saying hola and si and el pan por favor, and that did not go over well. I also that day thought that I should wear my I Love New York t-shirt, and that didn't go over well. We got yelled at a lot. So Libby and I fought all day. We fought about my t-shirt, we fought about whether bottled water would be worth the price, we fought about how my shoes were slowing us down, we fought about whether The Notebook was a good movie, we fought about the meaning of life. We would passively storm ahead and start walking parallel across from each other down the boulevard, ignoring each other, but really sort of looking over and making sure that the other was still there because we were lost and we didn't want to really lose each other. Finally, against all odds, we made it to the Eiffel Tower. My ankles were bloody, my feet were in pain, but we were there. But we wanted to stay and see the light show. We wanted to see it light up. So we walked along the river until it was time for the lights to come on, until it was dark enough. And I'm crying about my ankles and I'm whining. And finally Libby says, okay, shut up. Take off your shoes. Wear my sneakers. We'll trade, okay? She took off her sneakers. I took off my flats. And we traded. And within a minute after putting them on, she said, these have no support. I laced up her sneakers, and as I stood up, the lights on the tower lit up against the sky. They sparkled, and it was beautiful. And all the feelings, the bad feelings from the day just melted away. I said, it's like heaven. Libby said, I know, the lights are so beautiful. I said, no, the shoes. We made our way back to our hostel, where we were greeted by a very angry landlady who looked and sounded exactly like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I hid behind Libby, and Libby hid behind me as Gollum handed us our key and laughed and laughed and laughed. And we realized why she was laughing as we started dragging our suitcases up 8 flights. We made it to the top, and we decided we would have to come back to Paris another time and do it right. I haven't been back since, but Libby did spend some time backpacking around Europe a few years after that. One day I came home from work to a postcard from Paris. I went to this hostel last night. You'll never guess. Gollum, still there. And I knew at that moment that me and Libby were always going to be friends. We had that sister thing where you can fight and make up and fight again, and you're still friends. And really, a true friend is one who will take the very shoes off of her feet and give them to you.